Couple of days ago, I posted a poll asking you on what AWS video are you interested from the below list. And most of you voted for how to use AWS for free even after 12-month free tier plan. In Twitter, there was a different suggestion. A lot of you wanted me to do a video on processing million records. However, the vote count was very less in Twitter because there were only 25 people who voted overall. But in the YouTube community, there were around 938 people. Same way with respect to Telegram, there were, I think, only 61 votes. So in Telegram and also in Twitter, there were more votes for processing million records, but in YouTube, we had more votes for the how to use AWS for free video. So we will be looking at 8 different ways using which you can get AWS credits, and also I will be sharing you with what all I have used. Out of the 8, I have used 4 different ways in which I can use my AWS account for free. So let's get started.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss any update from Tech Primers.
The first and the foremost trick is leveraging the always free tier. Most of you who are using the AWS free tier, you know that some of the services which are available in the Amazon console are free for only 12 months and they also have a limit. However, there is also something called as always free. So there are some services which you can filter using this tier type filter here, where you can just say always free and you can see DynamoDB, Lambda, SQS, SNS. These are all like free forever and they have a limit per month. For example, DynamoDB has a 25 DB storage overall. Lambda has like 1 million requests for free per month. Same with SNS and also SQS. So using Lambda, using DynamoDB with SQS and SNS, if you're creating some services, then you will not be charged unless or until you hit this particular limit. Obviously, Amazon is tricky in some sense because without having an API gateway, you might not be able to trigger a Lambda, or without having a S3 bucket, you might not be able to trigger a Lambda. So you might end up paying for the S3 or the AWS API gateway, using which they charge money from you. However, still always free tier helps you in using some of these services for free, and you can use them for your proof of concepts or maybe for your learning purposes. So if you have exhausted your 12-month free period, go ahead and check out always free and then see if there are any services which will fit your bill, because there are a lot of different services which are present inside this always free tier. For example, the code build is one which I used to use for building my artifacts within the AWS infrastructure, and there are 100 build minutes per month which is provided. So take a look at the always free tier. I will leave the links for all the URLs which I'm going to show. So take a look at the description and leverage it for using AWS for free. The second trick is leveraging different AWS events like AWS Summit or Awesome Day or AWS Innovate or even AWS Reinvent. AWS Summit is fast approaching. I'm just showing you the page where I'm linking you with the AWS Summit, which is going to happen in the EMEA space on June 9th and 10th. Unfortunately, the AWS Summit for India has been postponed due to the COVID situation. So definitely they're going to post the summit for India in the near future. However, what do I get out of the summit or any of these AWS events? You can attend these events. There are a lot of surveys which used to happen in these events, and you can use these surveys to grab AWS credits. I used to attend these sessions to get credits so that I can use those credits for creating services. For example, this is my AWS building window where I have added some credits based on an event which I attended some time ago. So this particular credit is available for me till September this year, and I have got $25 credit and I have used 32 cents and I have $24 remaining. So after giving a survey in that particular event, I attended a lot of sessions. Some of them were useful for me, and after attending these sessions, I filled up a Amazon survey, and based on the survey, they will give you some credits. So that is how I got my $25. The credit depends on the type of event, right? Some events used to provide $50 or maybe more. So for example, in Reinvent, I got more credits based on the survey. I will show that in a bit. So the second trick here is to leverage the AWS events and attend these surveys so that you can get some credits and use those credits within your AWS account so that you don't have to worry about getting charged in the future. Also notice that all your credits will have an expiry time. So I have my credit getting expired in September, so I will have to see another way to get more credits, so that way I can push one another year. Apart from these AWS Summit events, there are some events which are conducted by developer advocates. For example, Dennis has been conducting some AWS sessions. This particular session he conducted in just last week, and he gave some $25 credit just by checking out the quiz which happened during the session. So if you're very enthusiastic, you want to participate in some quiz and earn some credits, you can definitely do that as well. So this is another way of getting credits. And this is the screenshot of my reinvent credit which I got from the survey which I took from reinvent. So this is expiring only on December. So I have $100 in credit which I am going to leverage in my account. So that is why I'm able to do a lot of EKS videos, because I have some credits in my account which I got by filling some surveys, by attending different events, and I have applied those credits and I don't have to worry about the billing. If you're interested to know how much bill I incur every month, do let me know in the comment section below. I will definitely make a video on that. So the next one is using sponsored booths. There are a lot of sponsored booths which provide you credits. Similar to the reinvent survey which I'm showing, there are a lot of sponsored booths. Maybe it is a different product or maybe an offering or a service. These companies, they provide AWS credits when you fill out their surveys or when you take some quizzes or maybe you participate in raffle, etc. The next one is using the community builder program. Obviously, not everybody gets into the community builder program. I got into the community builder program last year. So I have some credits which they have given as a part of this particular program. For example, there is a new set of people who have been onboarded to the community builder program. So this is just a funny tweet which I added here to show that people are interested to get into the AWS community builder program because you get a lot of credits so that you can use it for making more and more AWS specific knowledge sharing videos, blogs, etc. So I have been using the community builder program credits, sponsored booth credits, the survey credits, and also the always free services. These are the 4 different mediums using which I get my credits. Of course, there are a lot of other ways to get credits as well. Now let's see what are those. If you are interested in building an Alexa skill, AWS provides you promotional credits within the AWS account. For example, they provide $100 credit for creating a new Alexa skill, and you can use that within your AWS account. So if you post a new Alexa skill, so you will be eligible for claiming the $100 promotional credit which Amazon provides. This is similar to the sponsored or the survey credits, and you can apply them into your AWS account and then you get work with AWS services for free. The next one is using the AWS Edge Start program. Edge Start program is specifically designed for educational startups. Let's say you own a startup and you want to build educational products around using AWS. Then you can apply for the Edge Start program and get some credits out of the Edge Start program, which you can leverage for building your startup. So this is one another way where a lot of founders are getting money or raising money from AWS using the Edge Start program. So that way they are creating educational startups, and AWS provides or accelerates your growth using promotional credits via the Edge Start program. The next one is using the AWS Educate program. So AWS Educate is mostly for educators who are trying to create AWS specific or learning specific videos which students can leverage. So if you are an educator like college staff, you can definitely apply for AWS Educate and you can claim your credits. And if you're a student, you can also join the online workshops and webinars. As a part of these webinars, you will be getting a lot of free credits which you will be using within your workshops. If you are an educator, you can sign up for webinars and also you can claim your free credits which you can use for creating more lab exercises which you can share within your college or school students. The last and the final one is the AWS Activate. AWS Activate is a startup specific program using which they help startups to fund their startups using AWS credits, using which the startups can build their own infrastructure, and AWS gives promotional credit for that. If you go to Twitter and then search for AWS Activate, you can see a lot of Twitter tweets around how people have got free credits, promotional credits from AWS for their startups. So AWS Activate is for startups and founders who are creating startups and deploying their applications on AWS, and AWS helps them accelerate their journey by providing different free credits. I have seen people showing $5,000 credits. Maybe it is more than that because I see that Amazon mentions that they can give up to 100K credits. So if you're a startup founder or if you're building a startup and you want to create your apps on AWS, you can definitely apply for Activate. If you are a educational instructor or a student, you can go for AWS Educate. If you are an educational tech startup, which is EdStart, then you can apply for EdStart program. If you like building Alexa skill, you can go for building Alexa skill and then get some free credits. If you are an AWS community builder, apply for the AWS community builder program and get some credits from the community builder program. If you feel left out, then definitely attend the sponsored booths or the AWS events to get more credits in attending different surveys or sessions which AWS has been creating for a while now. Or finally, the last option is leveraging the always free tier if you're okay with using some minimal services which are available for free always, and if that fits your bill. So those are the 8 different ways you can make use of AWS account so that you are not charged even after the 12-month free tier period. I hope you learned a new trick from this particular video on how you can leverage AWS for getting some free credits, using it for your learning, and becoming a cloud expert. The links for all these different options are mentioned in the description below. So feel free to go to the description and take a look at that. As always, if you like the video, go ahead and like it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to it. Meet you again in the next video. Thank you very much.